Lovely. Thanks for that. Back in the passenger seat, McHugh.
Things up here feel very different, right? And the 1,000-year-old practice of dog sledding is an excellent way of getting around this tundra landscape.
Tundra?
Yeah, you know, barren and uncompromising. Not so many trees.
It's our first morning in the Arctic, and some of us
Let's do it.
are a bit more enthusiastic than others.
How'd you sleep last night, pal?
Brutal. Up here, the sun literally never sets during the summer months. Sounds great until you want a bit of shut-eye. This is now 24 hours a day sunlight. There was no blackout curtains last night, so it just, I'm a broken man this morning. We're off to Polar Park, a vast wildlife centre, to get acquainted with a few of the animals indigenous to the region.
Some of which used to call Bonnie Scotland their home too.
We're going to go play with some wild animals. I'm so excited for that. I love animals, but I love dogs in particular. And my wee boy's really into Jungle Book.
Oh, right,
You got the
okay,
wolves and all that. We're going to get some of the, ooh! I'll wake you up.
Oh, mine just sounds tired.
Apart from the wolves, there's another former Scottish resident that we're hoping to see, the lynx.
The ongoing conversation whether to reintroduce lynx to Scotland. I think there's
of
been
course.
talk of wolves, but I think that's something that it would take a long, long time. Arctic Wildlife Centre, Polar Park.
Polar Park.
Are you buzzed?
Oh.
This is one of the animal parks in the world with the most area per animal.
That's great for the animals, but will we actually be able to see them?
Never you mind, my sleepy, sleepy friend. Our hosts Stig and Ramona will make sure of it.
So here we are, eh?
Yeah.
I'm excited for this today.
On their 110 hectares, they look after 9 native Arctic species in separate enclosures, including bears, reindeer, and wolverines.
So we're going in to see, what is it, a lynx?
Yeah?
Looks like this one, Leila Brune, knows when treats are in store.
Wow.
So she's seeking us out.
Beautiful. Spectacular.
It's beautiful and it does look like a wee lion, doesn't
Doesn't it? Yeah. And is the population of them quite big?
In Norway, we have between 280, 403 individual lynxes, yeah.
What is it they would hunt for in the wild?
Up here in north, it's a lot of reindeer.
Right.
You would take down a reindeer?
Yeah, they do. They're good hunters.
Yeah.
And they also do a lot of sheep. The farmers, they're not happy.
Apart from bothering farmers' sheep, top predators like these keep grazing animals like deer under control and on the move, which is good news across the ecosystem.
Tell that to the deer. There's some ideas just now that they could reintroduce the lynx.
Do you have an opinion on that?
Depends how big is the population of the deer compared to sheep up in Scotland. And
I mean, they're so beautiful. Why wouldn't you want them to be part of your country? Something that was naturally there, but it's not affecting my livelihood.
If it's the sheep that they're going after, that becomes an issue for farmers. Whereas the deer is something
Deer
that's
is something that gets culled.
is getting
Yeah.
culled in the area. Yeah. Bye, little brown.
Bye, little Brune.
Stig and Ramona are letting us go in with the other animal we're thinking of reintroducing, the wolf.
You mean the nightmare hellhounds from fairy tales with massive teeth that could hunt you down and eat you without a second thought?
Yeah. Why?
Coming in?
No.
No.
I definitely do not. No.
I can't wait.
No,
I'm
I'll
really
leave that
excited.
one to you.
I'm excited.
There are thought to be just 500 or so wolves in the wild across Scandinavia, so your chances of getting face-to-face with one is tiny,
Thank God.
which makes this even more of a treat.
of course, this is not the wolf you meet out in the wild. They are socialized. Most important thing is to be calm.
They greet us by licking us in the face. So if you're brave
Wow.
enough and open just a little bit, so they can
Open
come.
my mouth?
Yeah, just a little bit, so they can come inside with their tongue. Then you get a quite French kiss from these guys.
Okay.
If you do it, it will be a good bonding between you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're about to be snogged by a wolf. Not even the promise of a hairy winch will get me to the other side of that fence.
Okay.
Can be a little bit fighting now.
Having such a major celeb to visit seems to have them all excited.
When you sit, just remember to relax.
Oh, getting aggressive, aren't they? Wow, I don't want to mess with one of them. And our cameraman's not too keen either.
We've lost a cameraman. And that's some set of teeth.
Amazingly, Martin has stayed put and is rewarded with a nice wee wolf winch. Wow.
I were thinking that we could do a little hull.
With that howling, I'd be so scared. That was amazing. Felt like nature, you know what I mean? That was incredible. There's one in particular that keeps coming back to him. It's almost romantic.
Thank you for the howl. Thank you for the howl. Oh, I think that's the spot there.
If I was in there, I'd be in and out like a flash. I don't think Martin will ever voluntarily leave his new pack.
The rest of your crew wants you to come out.
Here he comes. How is that?
Mate, that was honestly sensational.
Well done.
Really, like,
It's
that
so
howl
good.
was really, I don't know, it's like most connected to nature you can be.
And I know that you'll be so proud of yourself because of the wee man.
That may be a little gold star on the dad
You're a
list.
proud dad now, that's it. Daddy brownie points.
That's been a highlight, man. Yeah, that's something I'll never forget that.
I would have been nervous and scared if I was that close to that house.
No, well, we lost camera number one.
Where did you go?
That was incredible. And I'm really sad to say goodbye to my pack.
What about me? Did the last month mean nothing to you?
Now look, I know that wasn't exactly your cup of tea, but I'm pretty sure you'll love our next stop.
We're off to meet Norwegian pop star Dagny. I'm super excited about this.
this is
I love pop music. Like Scotland, the music industry here punches well above its weight, with big names like Aha.
Aha. I'll see your Aha and Raise You Deacon Blue. Or Simple Minds.
Okay, what about Kygo?
Calvin Harris.
Voice Up?
Churches. Lewis Capaldi. Amy McDonald.
All right.
Lulu. Should I go on? I'll take that as a win for Scotland for once.
She's been a global success.
Yes. And she's gorgeous looking as well.
When we mention to people we're meeting them, you just see that
Oh, they're
we're
like,
meeting, their
wow.
eyes light up.
And we're meeting her here, in our hometown city of Tromsø.
This place is remote. I'm fascinated to hear how she went from this wee town to being sort of a sort of global pop star. Yeah.
This girl is putting Tromsø on the map. Although it's a city, it's small, with a population of around 78,000.
Mostly located on Tromsøya Island.
And it's one of Norway's major fishing ports.
God, not more fishing.
Calm down. She's waiting for us in the iconic Below Rock Cafe, Tromsø's Indian rock muso's favourite pub.
Now a pub I can handle.
Look,
Hello.
there's a star in a bar. I love it. No, Phil, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dagny.
It's so lovely to finally meet you, and in your hometown. And you're very familiar with this place, right?
Yeah, I am. I used to work here for about 5 years, and I actually started here just a little bit before I turned 18. So in the beginning, I was only allowed to clean, get familiar with that. And then eventually I got to be in the bar. I grew up in a musical family, so my parents are jazz musicians. I went to music school just up the road, but that was very classical. And then I came in here. So this is when I started discovering live music and a lot of music that I didn't know from before.
Can you still pull a pint?
I don't know, can I? I'll give it a go.
Let's do this. Beautiful. There you go. Skål.
Skål. Probably shouldn't skål with the water, but skål.
I don't really drink beer at home. I'm a cocktail guy, you know.
Oh, really? Up to the next place.
Right, see you later. Bye.
Being so far north, the people of Tromsø have to put up with the winter polar nights where the sun doesn't rise.
We have something called mørketidsøl. Mørketid means the darkness, like so darkness time. And øl is obviously a beer. So that's like a little higher in the percentage. Because apparently that's what we need in the winter. Like,
what was it like for you growing up here in Tromsø?
it's a really nice city and it's very cultural, inclusive. Also as a musician, because it's quite a small community, I had the opportunity to go out and gig a lot. I think I was maybe 15 and we played pretty much everywhere that it's possible to play. One of my first gigs, it was in February outside here in the town square. 4 people standing there with like full-on hoodie and the wind is like storm. It's just coming everywhere. In sideways. As I travel around, you know, you see so many incredible places, but you also see how special like your hometown is. The vibe here and the people, it's not really like a lot of other places.
And do you notice a big difference between crowds in the north and the south? Because I feel more north we've got, people are quite direct.
Oh, definitely, definitely. But it's the same, isn't it, as well? Like, I live in London and, you know, I feel like people from Scotland are very similar to, like, people from northern Norway. And maybe London in the south is more similar to, like, southern Norway. I don't know.
Now, I want to hear some more music. So we should definitely get to your studio. Should we go?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Do it.
I'd love to.
And the beer is good?
It's very nice.
I think he liked it more than you did.
Champagne, darling, champagne.
All there.
The studio is a short walk away, apparently, which means we'll explore Tromsø with the world's most glamorous host. Our tour guide for the day.
I know, not a bad tour guide, is it?
I love it.
Is this where your first gig was?
Yeah, this was,
In the square.
Yeah.
In a city this small, it's not unusual to run into people you know.
Är det mamma?
I love it. No way. Let's meet the folks.
Support, this is my
How
parents.
you doing? Should we sing, you guys are musicians yourselves? You jazz musicians?
Yeah. We are in northern Norway and they do Brazilian music. That's like, I
Brazilian.
still wonder how that.
Brazilian.
Wow.
Yeah, we played.
Have you ever played on any? Have they ever played on any of your records?
No, but actually I sang on one of their songs once.
Oh, to meet you.
Yeah.
That was a nice surprise.
That was lovely.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's the studio.
It's a natural habitat.
Hi. Yeah.
This is some
Big.
space, isn't it?
This is
Wow.
good room.
This is where all the magic happens.
All the magic
girl,
happens.
Eh? Wow.
Hello.
Hi.
Aye. I always find these places are like Star Trek a wee bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's so many gadgets here.
Do you know what all the knobs do?
absolutely not.
No. I thought we could listen to my latest song.
Okay, yeah.
Heartbreak
amazing.
in the Making. Yeah, and volume.
You've written for Katy Perry, you've toured with Justin Bieber. How does that feel?
It's never been like, oh, I'm gonna go out and do this. It just kind of, you know, you keep working and things happen. Last night we played a show. I went out bird watching with my dad, and then next week we're gonna be supporting Lewis Capaldi.
Fellow Scott of ours, there we are, yeah.
And I love that contrast.
Does it make you nervous, people listening?
Yeah. But it's nice to hear it with like big speakers and not just on the head.
Your head, yeah. I always felt like couldn't really be a successful actor in Scotland because all the casting directors, all the auditions were down London.
There's been a lot of change here in the last years, you know, even just these facilities here. I think a lot of people really want to prove that you can be in Northern Norway and do music. People in the south and other places in Norway also need to understand that. Yeah, that's right, you gotta do that.
I can feel it coming.
Nice to hear it, like, because, you know, after you finish the song, you like, well, you don't really listen to it. I mean, it would be weird if it come, you know, I'll have people over and I'm like, should we put on some of my music? Like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And,
I would. Well, listen, that has been a dream to come into a studio with an amazing pop star, so thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you, and so nice to like show you Tromsø.
Yeah, I know.
I thought maybe I'd send you away with like a little sneak peek of a new song, if you want to hear it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
See if I can hit the right. It's a bit more pop, this one.
Turn up the volume, baby.
Well done, Phil. You managed to be quite restrained.
I know. I totally kept my cool. Didn't embarrass myself too much.
No, mate. Not at all.
The Norwegian dance. Was it? Isn't it? See, I told you. Feeling totally energized for a final jaunt to Nordkapp via Honningsvåg. It would be a 9-hour drive.
Or a short flight.
Okay, let's do that. To the north we go. Phew!
Downside. Can't blast our tunes.
This is it. We're really doing it.
Upside, snacks and a bird's eye view of some neighbouring Arctic countries.
You see Russia?
Not yet.
Finland?
Not yet.
Ground?
Not yet. Touchdown.
Welcome to Honningsvåg Airport.
We've came all this way. So why does it feel like home?
As soon as we got to the middle of the country, summer stopped.
Yes. Scottish weather. That's why.
I wonder how people that live here feel, with not having a summer.
The all-night nights and the relentless greyness. I think this has got to be a tough life up here.
We're stopping off to get a handle on the surprisingly prosperous Arctic town, Honningsvåg.
I mean, it's beautiful when the sun comes out there. Puts you in a better mood.
If it's oil money in Bergen, it's crab money up here, with people getting royally rich from catching boatloads of king crab.
Apparently, they're so common, you should be able to see them in the harbour.
What's these crabs?
This invasive Russian species began appearing in the late 70s, and now 62 million quid's worth are exported every year.
Holy crab!
See any of the king crabs? Are they
Yeah,
here?
it was here yesterday a lot of.
I've had enough. I need a coffee.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Do you want a coffee?
Yeah, I would love. You got any tea?
And can I grab a cappuccino as well?
Cappuccino, sure.
Phenomenal.
Originally from Guinea, Abdul has made Norway and more recently Honningsvåg his home.
My wife moved here. That's why I'm here.
It's always a lady.
It's always
chasing a woman. How do you find the 24-hour light thing?
It's difficult if you don't used to do it.
Yeah.
I cannot sleep.
Wow.
So I just buy black plastic. I put all my windows here.
What happens in the summer? Is it lots of tourists come
Yeah, a
in?
lot of tourists, and winter is a little bit quiet.
Quiet, right.
Yeah. Of course, we get some tourists just to see the northern light, but winter
Yeah.
is difficult here.
And what's the community like?
People are so nice here.
Yeah.
Better than Oslo.
Really?
Right,
So,
okay.
of course.
You think you're here for life?
Not so long, but let's say 10 years, for example. As long as the business is going well, I can stay here. I have no problem.
Yeah.
And if he keeps making cinnamon buns this good, he'll be here forever.
How's the cinnamon?
Brilliant cinnamon bun.
Yeah?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. I'm ready for some more crab hunting. A king crab.
Size him.
Massive thing. Right, here you go. Go and catch it for us.
What are you doing here?
We're
on
just
our travels.
exploring, yeah.
Exploring Norway. We saw a wee king crab over there.
2 years ago, I could have picked king crab for 10,000 just by the pier.
Just here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
10,000 krona? It's like 750 quid.
I moved up here only because of the license for the king crab.
Oh, was it?
Right,
So
ah.
fishing.
The best day last year, I had 210,000.
That's roughly 15 grand. That's a
In
lot.
one day?
That's a lot.
Yeah, half a day.
That's a half day, mate.
Oh, my word.
See you later, pal.
Okay.
See you later, buddy. Bye-bye. The other key business up here is tourists like us, gawking at the general northernness of things.
When it was sunny a second ago. Changes so quick.
It does. I think after this, you should be a weatherman.
And we've been invited to this tiny theatre for a rehearsal of a show usually reserved for discerning and sophisticated cruise ship audiences.
We have the northernmost bookshop and the northernmost bus stop.
Director Erin is putting the young cast through their paces.
Da-di-da-di-da, og foten, da, og ned.
How long has the play been going?
It's been playing for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I started only a month ago. And I just fell in love with Honningsvåg and the people here. So I quit my job as a police officer.
Wow.
Yeah. This time of year is actually the toughest.
Right.
Because it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Can the summer get here soon?
When does it get here? Does it?
There are like 2 days of summer here.
Kind of fascinates me growing up here. Like, you kind of see yourselves elsewhere.
There are people wanting to be fishermen, and it's like jackpot. But if you want to be something else, you have to move away.
Another part of the show shines a spotlight on the plight of the native Sami population here, a historically nomadic people who herded reindeer across northern Scandinavia.
And until the late 60s, their culture was actively repressed.
The Norwegian government made it kind of forbidden to speak the language, and the Sami kids were sent away to speak Norwegian. My grandfather, he spoke the Sami language, but we never knew. And I was actually the first one in my family to get kofte, the costume.
Very similar to kind of how we are in Scotland, actually. My grandparents as well, they were kind of forbidden to speak the Gaelic language. But the Gaelic culture was always a big part of my life. Was that the same for you?
It has been when Sami music has been like more lifted up by young Sami artists. So now it's really popular. But for my part, I have always felt this thing when I hear joik, the Sami way of singing. And my father, he just laughs at me. When I listen to joik and I'm like, he's like, it's because you are a Sami girl.
Yeah, exactly. When would the Sami people sing songs like that?
You joik someone or something, and it's personal.
Right.
Like a grandmother joiking her grandchild.
Can you sing it for us? Give us a little rendition. I'd love to hear it.
People that like don't know how to do it shouldn't do it. But I can do a part of like a really pop cultural kind of joik. I have to stand at least.
Isn't it magical? And the perfect send-off for our final drive of the series to Nordkapp.
Hell, you're up in the clouds now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. The har, the mist, the fog.
It's got end of days vibe.
Come on, Viking gods, work with us.
This can't be it.
Apparently it is.
Ask this dude.
Hey, is this the end of Europe?
That's it. What way do we look?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Dad.
We travelled almost 2,000 miles to come to this.
A wall of grey fog and a sculpture thing.
But wait.
It's opened up for us.
This is what I was expecting.
The Vikings have come calling. The Viking gods.
This is what I've
have come calling.
expected.
This is us. We're at the most northern point of Europe. We made it.
A bit overwhelmed.
Yeah? Yeah. You, but immediately there was something about arriving here that I felt a little bit of a connection to. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's because they are our neighbours. I do feel that the Scandics are our first cousins, not our second cousins.
Yeah. Dare I say I feel like they're our weird first cousins. They're such an eccentric, lovely people.
From politicians to performers to pagans, this charming, patriotic bunch have welcomed us to their country and held a mirror to our own.
One thing I love is their pride and passion for where they live. Everything's so clean, everything's so precise.
We should take more pride in what's around us and make the most of it.
It's the great outdoors that's really struck me here. And what it's really brought home is, well, home. This place is Scotland's 100 times over with its sheer beauty. It really is. But these are the same things that are on our doorstep in Scotland that I've never looked at. Let's get out and find out what the countryside's about.
Yeah. Does Gucci do walking boots?
Absolutely, darling. Honestly, it's been another phenomenal month with you. It really has.
You actually get me emotional. See, I wasn't going to get emotional. But I'm going to say it. I love you, man.
I love you too. We made it to the north, pal. Is this the end of the world? Is it the end of the earth?
It's the end of a series. Rocky style?
Yes, please.
Sometimes it's who, not what you do. Just 'cause your father did doesn't mean that you should too.